Hello everyone, this is Kostas Papazafiropoulos. Today we have a very interesting and unique facsimile of Mozart. It's the Symphony KHL 550, the G minor, the great G minor, because there's a lesser known G minor symphony. Not lesser known, but earlier symphony. So here it's the facsimile, which has a lot of fascinating things to talk about. First of all, you see the first page. This is a little bit, with light. This has become fainter. First of all, this is the facsimile. If you want to find it online or if you want to buy it, this is amazing. I suggest that everyone who has affection for Mozart and likes to read autograph scores, this is one of the best because it's trimmed here like the original. It's very nice and the quality of the paper is very good. So first of all, this is a unique symphony, one of the best Mozart wrote and one of the best of the 18th century. So there are a lot of fascinating things here to talk about. You can hear a dog barking, but that's okay. So let's see what are the fascinating findings in this score. First of all, what I didn't know, because I knew the symphony very well, is that this symphony was composed at the beginning for 4 horns, like the earlier G minor symphony. This is not written here, but you will see it in a minute. So the first page is a little bit faint because this probably was, the original was on display for several years, probably, I don't know. So you have the violins at the upper staff, the violas, which are divided, the flute, the 2 oboes, the 2 bassoons, first horn, second horn, a line that's not used actually, and the bass. You will see what I'm talking about in a minute about the horns. So this is actually was first composed for 4 horns, and here is the, not here, here. So here is the correction by Mozart. He has crossed out and he has left this one and says this is in B, and this is the, the upper in B and then in G. So in B alto, that's it. This is it. So the first page seems a little bit weird because it was on display. This one also. Probably it's the first bifolio. So I have to say that this is really nice produced. So here's the famous second subject. Of course, it contains markings from other people too, okay, and from Brahms, because he was the owner of the autograph score for some years. So here is a deletion he made with my hand, with his finger. What else is this here? Okay, now another fascinating thing, and I can point this out, probably you can see that, is that the upper strings and the basses are written with different pen and ink, because if you can see here, the inks are different, and probably on a different time. And here is one very nice detail of the autograph score. So this is the exposition ends here, the recapitulation. It's very nicely written because Mozart was indeed patient with it. He wanted to write very beautifully. you see all the details you can actually conduct with the score. Here's a correction at the basis. Still, this stuff is not in use. Okay, here's the exposition, and here's the end. Here's also another sign of the difference, because when he had the two horns, he had already composed here. And then later on, when he orchestrated the whole thing, he changed the instruments. He changed the instrumentation, and then made the orchestration. So, here's the recapitulation, which is clearly written more clearly and with nice ink, nice black ink. Here's my favorite section of the first movement. Really amazing. So, he changed a little bit the bases. You know, it's very nice, beautifully written. Here's a mistake, and probably this was marked down by Brahms, as says in the commentary. So, here ends the first movement. It's very beautiful. And now, the second movement, which raises many questions and as to the number of bars, etc. Here's the story. As you will see, the score goes here, very neatly written down. Here are some changes in the instruments. So here, Mozart made Vide, the first page. Okay, we will see later what's this first page mentioned here. He has written a substitute for these 4 bars. And why is this a substitute? Because some people said that this is not a substitute. Probably it's something that he also wanted to add more. But I don't think it's the case. In previous years, they thought that it is, but I think there's a much simpler explanation I will show you in a minute. So here ends, there's a number of bars here, not written by Mozart, probably much later. But this is probably wrong. This is what misguided in the first first the musicologists that did this thought that since it's written 56, that adds the later 4 bars that you will see in page 1. But I think it's not the case, and I will show you why later. Here's the exposition. No, not the exposition, the development. So this goes back. So, in the recapitulation, you find the same passage, which says Vide, now the second page. So, the movement ends. Okay. So, again, there is a number of bars from the development to the end. It says 75, but it's not the case again. So here you can see proof of the watermark of the paper. This is in between. This has been reproduced. It's so nice. It's it goes off the page. So why this is not 75? You will ask me. I will show you, because this is the here after the score. You can find, this is the end of the last movement, again the watermark. Here is the prima pagina of the first part, and this is the second part of the recapitulation. So you see that this seems actually to be reworked, and you can see that these instruments does not contain any clarinets. So I think that what's in the NMA, what they have done, and I agree with that, is that this is a rework of the passages before the augmentation of the orchestration, of the instrumentation. Okay, now, because I will show you again in a while in the extra leaves with the extra parts. So this is the minuet. Now the minuet has a little bit of corrections here. Probably it was written something like well, I'm not sure, but see, it's different, and this happened before the orchestration, because the orchestration is okay. And there's a correction in the basses. Here's the second part of the minuet, very neatly written down. And here's the end of it. So here is the trio. Okay, very well. And the Menuetto K. So here starts the final movement, the finale. It's Allegro assai. It was something else here. I'm not sure if I can tell what it was. So there is a small repeat. He didn't have to write this thing the whole down, you know. It's a repeat within a repeat. So, okay, here in the end, in the last movement, it's very clearly written down as the previous parts. You can tell that the violin part and the bass parts were written before the other instruments. You can say that. You can see that. Okay, here occasionally some of the parts are here written exactly, you know, at the first draft. So here is the second subject. And here ends the exposition. Also, these two bars have to be played twice. And this is an amazing part, the development section of this symphony. In the last movement, it's magical. It goes really weird keys, and it's sublime. And this whole section is fantastic, really. The instrumentation, the orchestration, the whole movement is fantastic. It's polyphonic. It's really a great symphony. So now we're going to the end, but there's more to it. It's not actually, it's not ending. I want to add that I have made 2 videos with this score, both versions, on my channel. You can type it. If you type autograph score, you will find it, which goes, you know, follows the music. I made it with Sibelius, a non-performer, but you can see the autograph in every detail. So here's the favorite part of the finale. I love this part. It's amazing. And here's the correction, making an octave bass for the instruments. It's great. An octave lower. I mean, here it's amazing. This is an amazing part. So now you're probably asking, where is the second version? What do we have from it? Okay, here's the 2 page, the 1 page with the you know, with the different thing with the second movement. And here, it's an extra score. It's a short score made by Mozart himself, and he added the clarinets. So he added the clarinets and he changed the oboes. Not in every movement, but I will show you. So here is the opening of the first movement. Here he made the mistake and put the two clarinets together, although he had an extra stuff for this. So here's the first movement. You can find the whole movement. It's fascinating, written in short score only for the wind instruments with the changes. Okay. And now in the second movement, which is over here, if you count the bars, first probably he made the change in the two passages in the slow movement, and after a while, but in short period of time, he made he added the clarinets. So here the bars are again the smaller number. So that proves that the pages before, it was a substitute, not an addition. So here are the clarinets and the oboes for the second movement. Now in the third movement, he didn't actually write anything. Here is the minuet, that you have to go to the minuet. But if you go back, you will see here, let me find this, that the clarinets should play with the oboes. So he didn't have to write this down. And in the trio, I don't know if this is by Mozart, but the clarinets should not play. Only the oboes, as it was written in the first version. So, and then after that, there follows the last movement, the Allegro assai. Two clarinets and two oboes, the substitute for that. Now, here in the comment section, in the commentary section, they say that probably this is not a second version, but I highly doubt that, because it doesn't make any sense. If someone, didn't have clarinets and would go to Mozart and say, I would like to play this symphony of yours, the G minor, but I don't have clarinets, he would say, yeah, of course you can play it without clarinets. So I think that really exists the two version. It is actually two versions. Although here the musicologist, it's Otto Biba, since maybe it's not, but I think he's wrong in this one. So this is probably the whole video. If you like that, you can like and subscribe to my channel. So and I will put some links about the other videos I made with the score, following the music, and I hope you enjoyed it. So see you next time. Thank you.